Alright, what is that? Commonly called a Sawzall, but Sawzall is a brand name. And this is a DeWalt 20 volt variable speed reciprocating saw. Comes in different types of blades. This is not a how-to about using the reciprocating saw. Just going to show you what I'm up to today. I was going to do it, figured I might as well make a video about it. So there are some very fine tooth blades in here. There are blades in here for cutting metal and for cutting wood, and I suppose plastics and other things. Just depends on what you're going to cut, what blade you need. So I have a fairly coarse blade, coarse tooth blade, or I don't know what you call it. So I understand what I'm going to do is trim this crepe myrtle back, and it's my understanding you need to do it in February, and I have not done it. I didn't do it last February. In the past, over the past few years, probably 10 years, I've had it done every 2 or 3 years with the intention of doing it every year. This was supposed to be more of a bush than a tree, but if you watch my channel you may know in years past my health wasn't that great, and things like this I just let go. I just, you know, I was trying to survive and take care of my job, were my priorities. And anyway, I'm able to start doing things like this again. So I'm going to prune this tree, and I'm going to do it right above these forks so that it can grow back and, you know, make some new limbs and new flowers and whatever. So let's see how this goes. I think I need to cut this off as flush as possible. Good tools make a job easier, don't they? I'll have to load this up in my truck a little later and get it hauled off. I can't put it out in my yard right now though, because that truck and trailer right there brought Velan and a riding lawnmower, and Velan is working on that lady's yard right now, and he's going to do mine next. My grass hasn't grown up because it's been the cold of winter and just no growth, but I want him to chop up all of these leaves so that the grass has a chance to grow back, especially in those where there is no grass. What happened there, I had a water leak last fall, and they had to replace the entire water line. That was all excavated with a backhoe, mini backhoe, and of course when they backfilled it, you know, there's no grass. So hopefully it'll grow back this spring. I might have to go buy a few pallets of St. Augustine maybe. I'm gonna put it over here. I would be taking this immediately and loading it into my truck, but my truck happens to have a boat hooked up to it, and I'm thinking about going to the lake this afternoon. It's going to get up to 74 degrees today, and it seems like a great opportunity to go do a little fishing. Hang out at the lake a little while. This thing will get it. I like it. Fall on my vehicle there, Mr. Lim. That right there, my wife hung a potted plant there. I think it was a fern years ago. She died on December 23rd, 2015. So this Christmas will be 10 years. How that's grown in there. I'm not going to dig it out or anything. I might try to find a pot that these clips match up to and hang something there. I think that's pretty cool that that grew in. One time I looked at a property, this little house. It was down between Rockport and Arenzas Pass off the highway there. And there was an oak tree out in the front yard, a little white wood frame house, very reasonable price, and I was seriously thinking about buying it. And in that oak tree, a bottle had been left in the fork of the tree, and all that was sticking out of that Coke bottle was a Coke bottle, an old green, has that green shade, the glass Coca-Cola bottle, and about 4 inches of the neck was all that you could see. The rest of it was embedded in that tree. It was fascinating. I didn't buy that house because it was right near this I think it's called a carbon black plant, and you could just run your fingers across the outside of that house, the cabinets in the house, everything just had this film of superfine black particles on it. And I mean, I was a smoker, but even then I was smart enough to know that can't be good for your lungs or anything else. I understand why this place is so cheap, so I had to pass. I understood that's the stuff they use to make tires. So I have neglected. My wife had these flower beds real pretty at one time, and then her health got bad, and mine wasn't so great then either, and then she died and my health got worse, and it just been badly neglected, my porch and my flower beds and everything. Well, this year I'm going to change that. I've been looking at some websites and watching some YouTube videos and trying to decide what to do, you know, what kind of plants, what I want to do. I haven't made any firm decisions, but definitely going to do something here to make this porch look, the porch and the front yard and everything look much nicer than it has in a long time, and that feels good to have that on the agenda and have the ability to do it again. I think that's it, other than the picking up and hauling off. Next, you can see these plants. I don't know what these are called, some kind of tropical thing. They were little bitty when she planted them years ago, probably 20 years ago. And some winters I would cover them every time it froze, and they do fine. Other winters, the frost, I don't cover them, and if we get a frost, it kills some of the leaves, the things. That's next on the list, is to clip off all those brown ones and haul them off. Another option, one year I hired somebody, and the big base, it looks like the bottom, it's sort of like a palm tree or something, you know, I don't know what you call it, a yucca, I don't know. But it's maybe about 8 inches in diameter, the thing that's growing out of, the trunk, so to speak. And they just sawed the whole thing off, like took this whole plant out except for the little trunk, the base of it. Shoot, that year it grew back quite a bit, and by the second year it was full and big, this height and breadth that they are now. Doesn't take them long, they're hard to kill. But I think this year I'm just going to get rid of the dead stuff. We'll see. Maybe well, as long as I'm at it, I'm back here with Indy and Bella, and I think this tree is dead, and so it needs to go. That's Ruth's yard over there. Had a tree die right there, and it fell over, bent the fence all up. Miss Ruth was my neighbor for 24 years that I've lived here. She was a sweet old lady. I really loved her. Visited her quite a bit. She's gone now. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to clean this up a little. This saw is new to me, and I just figured something out. if you butt what you're cutting up against this guard, and I guess that's what it's for, and it is adjustable, it goes out or in, making sure to keep my finger away from that blade. But yeah, that makes the cut go much easier. That is so rotten, it just fell over. I wonder if I can cut this big one. I barely got a blade long enough. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. What an awesome tool. Thank you, DeWalt. I thought I had that enough. I can just pull it over. There we go. Look at that. Got a hole right down the middle. There's a goner. I believe what I might do too is cut this up into smaller pieces, and I've got a fire pit over there. Instead of hauling this off, I could just burn it right here in my backyard. That may not be a bad idea. We'll see. I think that's about it for now. I need to go rest. I am in a lot better shape than I had been, but I'm not 30 years old magically either, and I need to rest a little bit. There we go. Hey Bella, how you doing, girl? What's up, Indy? Doing all right? Yep. You wanna go walking after a while, huh? You wanna go walking? We can. Looking for something that would snip those dead limbs off the tropical plants. I'm hoping that'll do it right there. Let's see here. These things have some pretty nasty thorns on them. These cutters work great. Cutting it's not going to be the hard part. Tricky part's going to be grabbing it. They're not bad, just right. Well, I know they have thorns because I've got stuck with them before. Oh, it's right down at the base. The thorns are the new leaves trying to come in. So if I just grab them out on the end after they're cut, I'll be in good shape. You know what I find strange? It's the upper leaves, these upper stems that have stayed green, and it's the bottom ones that died. I wonder if that's just natural. It had nothing to do with the frost. When the frost has killed them, once before it killed the whole thing, all of it. So you would think the frost would affect the top more than the bottom. The bottom would be kind of protected from the frost. I don't know. If you would, try to point the exhaust that way as much as you can. Yeah, trying to get rid of these leaves so my grass can grow back. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it up right here and I'll get that area and blow it out this way.
I hadn't been physically able to do much in my yard for years, but I've lost 82 pounds now, and I'm able to, and I want to try to make this nice again, like my wife used to have it.
Yeah?
So one way to do that is to actually get down to the dirt where the sunlight can get to it.
Yes, sir. It sure is.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I really planned on publishing the video that you just watched, if you're still here, but I put it in edit. I shot that about 3 weeks ago, and I kind of forgot about it, and I pulled it out of the file, was looking at it in my editing software, and I think I decided to go ahead and publish it. One, to show how really cool those reciprocating saws are. With the battery technology that we have today, that those tools, you don't have to mess with a cord, and that battery is so powerful and lasts so long. It's just, the technology is just amazing. It's so, and living in a generation where we went from what I had in the 1970s or 80s to today is just incredible. It's just absolutely incredible. And it's fun, right? So I wanted to show that and or just demonstrate, and I'm sure a lot of you know all about DeWalt tools and or the cordless tools that we have today. It's just, I find it wonderful. And the other thing is those plants. If you know what that plant is, I'd like to Google search it, whatever, look it up, find out some more about it. And if you know what those are, they're kind of that tropical bush looking thing, please say so in the comments. I'd like to know what those plants are. And the other thing is a quick update. My vintage stereo system that I've been working on, all of the parts and pieces and bits, and it's all back from Tom Miller. I'm so lucky to have found very near me, a little over an hour away, what I believe to be the greatest vintage stereo repairman on planet Earth. And he's a really cool guy, and I'm going to introduce you to him soon. I'm working on that. That's in editing, and that's a lot of different clips that I got in the trips that I made, dropping off components and going back and picking them up and then dropping off another one. I couldn't take him all of it at one time. First of all, I wanted to kind of pace it out as far as money-wise. And secondly, he's got a small shop, and I didn't want to just fill his shop up with stuff. You'll see his shop. Really cool dude. I think you'll enjoy this. But anyway, I know this wasn't the greatest video, just some yard work and showing some things, this and that. But if you watched it, I appreciate it very much, as always. I really, truly hope that your blessings are many and your troubles are few. And I genuinely appreciate you watching and supporting my channel. I'm having a lot of fun making YouTube videos. I really am. It's what I look forward to every day, is trying to come up with something. And I got to tell you, I have been places and done things, seen some amazing things, met some great people, and made some new friends. Truly, people that I now consider my friend. Wouldn't have happened without making YouTube videos. So as far as the number of subscribers or number of views or number of likes, that's secondary to me. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. I'm going to keep doing it. I don't care if I have 5 subscribers and 1 person watches the video every day. If I get to go out and meet these people and make a video and do something interesting and learn something, I see it as a win. And I like it. It makes me smile. And at my age, finding things that are enjoyable and keep you feeling alive, and I don't know, I just like it. I think you get the point. Anyway, I'm gonna go, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.